What's up, Commanders? Dimebot here, and welcome back to another Elite Dangerous tutorial. Now, we're not going to call this a beginner tutorial because it could not be further from that. You finally earned 5 billion credits. It's time for a fleet carrier. So, what do you do? Well, the first thing you need to do is head to a system that has the fleet carrier vendor and the dockyard to actually sell you the ship. I'll be placing a list of them up on the screen for you right now, and also a link in the description below. Once you have bought your carrier, well, congratulations, you are now out 5 billion credits, but you have your very own fleet carrier to store all your ships on, to store your modules on, and to travel around the galaxy. And you see me walking through mine right here. If you've never been on a fleet carrier before, this deck is where the various services that you buy for the fleet carrier will be accessible. Now, we're going to head on up to the command deck. So, from here on the deck, you can oversee the flight deck of your carrier. You can have a seat if you so want. Other commanders can as well. Now, I'm going to head on up to the top command deck. Now, it is worth noting that despite me doing all of this on foot right now, buying a carrier does place a tab in the right-hand side of your ship cockpit titled Carrier Management. So let's go ahead and have our nice office here. Let's access the Carrier Management tab this way. And this is going to bring up a very new menu for you. So, you can see your summary, you can see navigation, your budget, commodity trading, carrier services, and then the bartender, secure trading, shipyard stock, outfitting stock, livery, and settings. So we're going to start with your summary. So here is where you can see the total capacity of your fleet carrier. You can see the available services, you can see the carrier security rating. Carrier administration is not available in this star system. This is very important, guys. If you want to add these modules for the first time to your ship, you need to go to a system that has carrier administration. I would recommend setting them up before you leave the system where you buy the carrier, because you bought the carrier there, so quite obviously it has the needed carrier administration services. Navigation. Now, this is fairly simple. You click on this, you'll see that I have a full tank of tritium right now. Jump capability is 500 light years. When you open your galaxy map, it's going to look just like you're plotting a normal jump. Let's go ahead and plot a jump to our home base. Now, I can just have the carrier jump into the system, or I can open the system map and I can choose where I want the carrier to go. Set the carrier destination, and then it will begin the 20-minute countdown timer if the servers are working properly. You do not have to stay on the carrier. It will jump on its own. You can go off and do whatever, or you can sit on the command deck and watch it. It's pretty freaking cool. I recommend doing it at least once. So that is all there is to jumping a carrier. Here is your budget. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do, and I had some trouble with my carrier. We are not sure what was causing it not spawn, so there were 3 different things we tried, which was to log out to the desktop, to leave the system and come back, and to fund the carrier. So you're going to need to give it some money, because carriers do have weekly upkeep. You can deposit and withdraw to your heart's content right here. You see my carrier has a balance right there, 1.8 billion. I'm currently carrying 1.5 billion on my commander. There's apparently some shooting going on outside. And this is your weekly upkeep allocation. I have allotted half of the carrier's balance to stay fenced off for upkeep costs, which are 16 million. You can see a breakdown right here. So each service that you add will have a weekly upkeep cost as well as a initial buy cost, and we're going to go over that right now. Alright, so what you'll see here, guys, is that we're going to look at our carrier services. Now, I want to add the refuel station, and you will see the upfront cost and the operational expenses of each one of these. You can uninstall or suspend them as you wish, so you can save money. I believe to uninstall them, you do need to be in a carrier administration system. I may be wrong on that. Correct me if I am. But I'm going to have repair crews, and armory installed as well. Now each one of these takes up cargo space. You can see that this one uses 100 units, so each one is eating into your total cargo space. Here we go with our shipyard. That was 250 million to install. We're going to do outfitting as well. And there will be an extra step with shipyard and outfitting. I am not going to do secure warehouse. That's essentially your black market. It will also take the concourse bar. And we will take Vista Genomics, excuse me. However, I am not going to do Pioneer Supplies. Pioneer Supplies, as you may know, is the ground combat supplier for your suits, your weaponry, your gadgets, your things like that. Now here in the shipyard stock, you'll see we have different options, some of them quite expensive, of what you can stock. So this multi-role standard versus the explorer versus the combat trader versus combat basic and then passenger liner. Multi-role advanced, as you saw, is quite expensive, so I think that we'll go with the pack that has the Cobra Mark III, the Sidewinder, and the Vipers in it. The others are a little less expansive, but then you have, obviously, that big multi-role. That one's a lot. So we'll take this. And then for your outfitting, you have much the same. You have countermeasures, defensive, energy, weaponry, explosives, fuel management, kinetic weaponry, limpet controllers, mining tools. So I am going to take the energy weaponry. You can see what it has right there. And now we are stocked for outfitting. Coming back to this menu, once you have gotten all your services set up, you want to manage your service tariffs. So I've set mine relatively conservatively. I have a shipyard, armory, outfitting, and refueling repair. As you see, I set it to 20%. I'm not trying to rob people. Here is your commodity trading. Here's where you manage your market. This is where you place buy orders for a item. So I could come in here and I could say that I want to trade this commodity and I want to buy it. And I can set the amount, I can set the number of units. You'll see it affecting my capacity and my carrier balance right there. You can do this for literally any commodity in the game. It is a absolutely massive list. If you've ever wanted to know how much stuff is really in Elite Dangerous as far as trading materials, here you go. Of course, your filters are all in place, so you can find what you want pretty easily, which is a big help. Here are your carrier services that we have gone over. Again, I have chosen not to do the secure warehouse or Pioneer Supplies. Here's the bartender. Now the bartender, managing bar trading, is extremely similar to managing trading for other goods in your regular market. You can set your good, whether you want to buy, sell, the amount, quantity, all that good stuff right here. Your shipyard stock. Now, these do vary. I have chosen to take the multi-role standard, as you can see, and it's the Cobra Mark III, the Sidewinder, the Viper Mark III, and the Viper Mark IV. Outfitting works much the same. I have chosen energy weaponry, and then this is your livery tab for your ship, as well as your settings down here for docking access. Squadron, friends only, squadron friends, none. Notorious commanders, whether or not people that are wanted can dock. Set your current activity and illegal equipment trading, allowed or not. And then decommission your fleet carrier. And that is the basics of having a fleet carrier, guys. Congratulations if you've gotten one. It's a pretty simple little tutorial, but you know, a couple things to keep in mind. If you want to add services, make sure that you are in a place that has carrier administration. Make sure that you have the tritium that you need for your jump, so you don't want to get stranded somewhere. And take some time to set up your commodities, and take some time to set up your bartender if you have one. It'll take a few minutes, but it will be well worth it, especially if you position your ship smartly and do some buy-sell orders that are actually going to make you money with commanders that might be in the area. Alright, now that is going to do it from me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. If you have something you want me to take a look at in Elite, give me a comment below. And if you're here to the end, watch Tom's Key on YouTube. So thank you very much. My name is Dimebot, and I'll see you guys next time.